Guys are working hard, and we're throwing a lot at them. Today we worked on a lot of things we may or may not use during the course of the season, but we still feel it's important enough that it may come up at some point. So I thought the guys did a great job of taking in a tremendous amount of information in a short amount of time and going out and making chicken salad out of it. Okay.
With some of that experimentation that you're talking about, have you maybe assess where you are in your process with your offensive staff? Have you compartmentalized all of the talent that you have at your disposal and where you think those pieces may help you most come the fall?
I think that's going to be a process. I don't think we fully understand that. I think it'll evolve during the course of the season as well. I think we definitely have a really strong idea, but there's things like depth and contingency plans that you've always got to consider. So that's why creating, developing players, the young players, guys we're not sure about, making sure this time of year we give them every opportunity to blossom, to create functional depth. And in the first year, you're trying to get everybody on the same page. So you got a couple different balls in the air at the same time.
As a coordinator, though, you obviously have in your mind's eye what you think a lot of these guys can do well. How do you keep yourself from getting too excited before you see whether or not they really can make it happen on the field and execute it in the way you think they can?
I think you got to always keep things in perspective when you're making decisions, and take it one step at a time. Keep your eye on the ball. You can't get ahead of yourself in this league; it's too competitive. So it's really every day you got to come in, and it's a new day. So while you're making plans, you got to be prepared to adjust.
How do you go about the process of offensive line evaluation in a non-contact setting?
Oh, I'll tell you what, you can make a lot more hay than you think, because first and foremost, guys have to know what to do. And I think we've been doing this long enough that we can kind of project how that's going to look when guys get in pads. So we get a tremendous amount of evaluation done this time of year with the offensive line. Really every position, but you can tell. You can really tell. And certainly the pads are the final test. I know that. We know that. You know that. But you can definitely kind of put a guy where you think he's going to be, and most of the time you'll probably be right.
Well, for a guy like, we've heard, of course, with a rookie like Miller, it's showing an inordinate grasp because he's a rookie. But take a guy like Kouandjio, who's in his second year, maybe effectively a rookie because he didn't play last year. What's he doing that has allowed him to stay in as many snaps as he's getting with the first team on grade?
I think he keeps fundamentally doing things the way we want them done, and the way we want them done is the way that's going to allow him to be successful. And he keeps making small inch-by-inch strides in that department. So every day a guy either gets better or he gets worse. And in his department, most days have been arrow-up days. Now, with him, he's certainly too getting the pads on and seeing how that projects. That's the final test. That's the final exam.
Anything else, guys? What about, I don't know if you heard this, but LeSean kind of compared you to Chip in terms of inventiveness, unique ways of finding opportunities for skilled position players. What's your reaction to that, knowing he's putting you in, the same category as, a guy that's widely thought of? I mean, granted at the head coaching level, but still all the same drawing up things on offense.
Use the word genius.
Genius.
Well, I do dislike faint praise.
You want a full arm?
But no, that's I definitely think we're going to do. We're a pretty creative bunch, and we're going to hopefully be able to do a lot of that stuff. And if it works, it's good. If it doesn't, it wasn't. That's how I look at it. So I'll tell you what, though, he's got a great spirit about him, and it doesn't take too long to figure out the kind of talent he has out here watching him on the field. So we're fortunate to have him.
Greg, how instrumental is David Lee in bringing in Matt Sims?
Oh, he definitely had a hand in that in terms of his evaluation. He worked with him, Matt was given a very straightforward evaluation by everybody that was around him. There's things that he needs to improve, but there's a lot of raw material there to mold. So we're excited about that.